If you hadn't made your wish to the hockey gods on Tuesday, maybe this wouldn't have happened. If you think I'm taking responsibility for giving up 4 unanswered goals at home when being down by just 1 goal, no, today is not my fault. Preds lose 7-2 to the Seattle Kraken Saturday afternoon inside Bridgestone Arena. Preds Nation, I believe I told many of you leading up to the NHL trade deadline this season, on it and just after it, that once this team had admitted to itself and to you publicly that they were going to be a seller this year, I would not be doing any more one takers this season. The Preds had pretty much admitted what they are. But when you come out with an effort like this at home, considering the importance of today, yeah, the Rangers game, they were just much better than the Preds. But I was hoping for a much better effort considering the importance of today. And yeah, maybe I mixed with the hockey gods a little bit too much after the Buffalo win, where I said that I would hope that out of the 2 games against Seattle, that I didn't just leave it alone and let itself play out the way that naturally it would. I was trying to interfere and hoping for a much better effort today. Well, considering that it was Pekka Day, his statue getting unveiled in front of 501 Broadway. And hey, props to the sculptor. It turned out beautifully. I was a little stressed out for Pekka's sake that maybe a mistake would be made, because previously for sports athletes, when sculptures are made, mistakes are made on the face. But this one turned out beautifully. I can't wait to finally make it down to Smashville again one day and get my picture taken with it. But that aside, after the Preds' pretty good effort against Seattle to get the 2 points on Tuesday, I thought in my mind, oh, maybe they could eke out, maybe even get it to overtime and lose in a shootout. But come on, it's Pekka's day. Nope, I followed this game from work. I work Saturdays, and of course another Saturday matinee. I wish this game would have been at night, but this, I would have been a lot angrier all game long watching it live. Seattle made it 1-0 and then 2-0, and it was Eeli Toivonen's first career goal against the Preds. That statement should never have been made if the Preds had developed him better and not put him on waivers for Seattle to take him off of there. Lickety split back in December. Then it was 2-1 Seattle, and I thought, oh, maybe the Preds can make a game of this. They gave up the first goal and came back to win on Thursday. Nope. Toivonen then made it 3-1. I saw on my phone. I'm like, oh no, is Toivonen going to get a hat trick against his former team? That'll serve us, right? I get home just after it was 3-2 Seattle with Duchesne's 22nd of the season. I think, okay, still have time here. Maybe they can come back and get one out for Pekka. After I said it leading up to this game that the Preds had won in Pekka's last ever NHL start. They had won in the game that they retired his number. I was hoping for a hat trick and then no more worry. Nope. For some reason, this team decides to let Seattle score 4 unanswered goals in the third period in a matter of under 9 minutes. Oh my God, you guys had just 1 goal to actually battle it out. But I guess you guys kind of reversed that because you had 1 shot on goal in the first period. You were outshot 13-1, and then for some reason, down by 2 going into the third period, you let yourself be outshot by Seattle 10-5 in the third period. And overall, I think the shots were, 39-16 overall. Oh my God. I just wish for the life of me that Calgary or Winnipeg could figure things out and would stop letting Preds Nation think that they had some sort of chance with those games in hand to climb back into it, because we don't. If we get back into it, whoever we play, either Dallas in the Central or whoever wins the Pacific, is going to murder us. So maybe, just maybe, with like 11 games left to go, this team can somehow find its way into the lottery. The kids are playing great, but against stellar teams, and like I said, leading into this game, the Preds only have one game left against a team that's not at all in a playoff picture. I can't see how this team is going to string enough wins against the likes of Boston. Boston, we got to go into Boston on Tuesday. They're going to murder us. And then Dallas is still left. We still have the makeup game against Colorado, and they could be fighting for playoff seeding, that last game of the season, for the water main break back around American Thanksgiving. And also, it was said by some Preds fans on Twitter that I had to respond to, is like, oh, maybe this is the game that gets John Hynes fired. No, I think it's all determined by now that John Hynes is going to be fired, but they're not going to fire him with 10 games left to go unless he does something absolutely embarrassing. They're going to let this season play out, see if he'll fight for something in his post-season interview with Barry Trotz's upcoming Preds general manager. But otherwise, they'll let it ride out the season. Hynes will be respectably fired then, and then we'll figure out who is going to become the new Preds bench boss. Maybe it's going to be Carl Taylor. The Admirals are just games away from clinching a playoff spot down in AHL, and we're all hoping that they'll finally be able to make up for the lost playoff season back in 2020. Other than that, this one's off my hands. The Preds didn't show up and were embarrassed, so why, once again, should I put out the full effort rather than just spend a few minutes raging about them and then worry about, oh, Toronto's coming to town to play in Bridgestone tomorrow. That ought to be good. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Predemption. One effort. That's all I was asking for Pekka. Well, at least the statue turned out pretty nice.